to do right now. I want you to grab a pen, grab some paper. We have got more information coming on this call than any training call we've ever had. We are going to cover so much. You are going to want to write this down. You're not going to want to wait a day or two to get the replay on this. You've got time right now. If you've got somebody you want to text on your team, get them on the call, because today is going to be something special. Because of the presenter we got today is going to make it special. We're going to hear from our owner and co-founder, Mr. Art Phelps, out of Long Island, New York, and he is going to share so much information you are going to need to write this stuff down. Art has had such amazing success. Obviously, as an owner, he's put together a great company here. But prior to being an owner, and he still carries that distributor mind, that rep mind, and he's always thinking about how to make things best for us because he knows what it's like. And most of you have heard Art's story, the amazing success he had, being the top earner at multiple companies, even having 99% of an entire company's downline under him for many, many years. And he's going to share with us today how he was able to personally sponsor in a very short period of time over 200 people in one business, over 100 people in another, 250 in another. Art Phelps isn't just a guy who talks about doing it. He's not just a guy who teaches how to do it. He's a guy who's done it. And I'm not going to take up any more of his time. So what I'm going to do right now is introduce to you our owner, our co-founder, our presenter for today, Mr. Art Phelps. Art, can you hear me?
I can, Scott, and I'm assuming you can hear me as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Well, I got challenged I put some slides together to share with you guys today, and I got challenged by John Sinney. He said, "You're going to do that in 25 minutes?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I am, but I will encourage you to grab a pen and paper because I'm going to go through some things pretty quickly, just to share some things that have worked for me over the years. I've always prided myself in whatever company I join. I might not be the best networker in that company. I might not have the skills that some people have. I might not have the list that some people have. I might not have that sphere of influence and stuff. But I was always committed to the fact that nobody was going to outwork me. I was just going to be the hardest working bulldog, to our friend Everett there, in the company. I was going to strive to be a top producer and encourage my team to do the same, to develop that great work ethic. So, rather than get into, you guys have seen all this stuff before. I have had a lot of success in the industry. A couple of things I just want to talk about here, and this is my last 10 years. Okay, from 2012 on, I've been involved in probably a half a dozen different businesses, kind of looking for the right opportunity that would work for, not necessarily for me, because I feel really confident that no matter what the opportunity is, I'm going to be able to sponsor people in it, but for other people, because without duplication, there really is no network marketing. You really just have a job. You're just going to keep churning and burning and keep bringing in more and more people and stuff, and you're going to have attrition and all this other stuff. So I encourage people to look at the opportunities that are being presented to you today. There's a ton of stuff that's coming online, and you got to ask yourself, is this a business that could duplicate? Is there a real demand for the product? I mean, it doesn't have to be all these things, but just one of these things could be a bad. I mean, I got into a company. Scott was saying a couple of years ago, and I was able to bring 250 people in, and they were bringing people in. Our team went to like 5,000 people in 5-6 months, all paying members. Well, we had 15,000 people. 5,000 were paying. But you see that bottom one, poor management? That was the problem with that company. I mean, the owner just really didn't know what he's doing. I mean, we tried to guide him, but he was kind of a headstrong, and so what happened? It fell apart. So any one of these things can, basically you're building like the image here, a house of cards. I mean, the slightest breeze. I was in one opportunity 2012, and it was a pretty good company, you know, traditional network marketing company. Wasn't seeing great duplication, but we're seeing some. Got my income up to probably just under 10K a month in a relatively short period of time. But what happened? Hurricane Sandy hit Long Island, and it was a local type business. So my whole business, everybody all of a sudden was like, we can't work network marketing. We have no home, you know. So anything, can destroy a business. Now, what we got going on here with Nexus is a little bit different, I think, anyways, because we are seeing more duplication. We're definitely seeing more duplication. We got right around 50% of our people have sponsored at least one person, which is amazing. And I challenge any network marketing company owner to say that with a straight face. 50% of my people have sponsored somebody. That's not the case out there, folks. You know, we do have a real demand. We don't have to create a demand for our products. Everyone's looking to save money on gas and groceries and everything else that they're buying. We've got low costs going for us, right? It's relatively easy to get in profit. I mean, heck, you can get in profit just using our apps. But if three people and you're making, you know, 25, 30 bucks. So it's easy to get in profit here. We do have less attrition. Even in a short period of time, I can tell you the attrition numbers are nothing like anything I've done before. We've got super effective marketing tools, videos, landing pages, all kinds of great stuff to help you market. We've got more stuff coming out. The support here is amazing, not just from Scott, who's heading up our support at Nexus Rewards, but our support team over at NXR Builder. Great people. All the people in the Telegram group. I probably should just mention some names there. We've got Carolyn Fernandez, Bruce Nelkin, Larry Clark, Ed Hudson, Carolyn Rhodes, and more in our Telegram group. I encourage you to join that because there's just more support there. Of course, you're sponsored upline. And we do have some experience management here. It's not like this is not our first rodeo. We've been doing this for 33 years now. So I think we have a business that can really stand the test of time. We're building it on a solid foundation. We're taking our time. We're doing it right. We're not a bull in a china shop going. So I just wanted to point those things out to you as you're out there. But what I really want to share with you today is some really effective prospecting tips, really effective stuff that has worked for me over the past. And it's really going to be a lot about texting because I think texting has really changed the prospecting approach, and honestly has just made it a lot easier for people to have success. So the goal of prospecting is really to pique interest and create curiosity, right? Is to get people saying, what is it? What do you got? Or something that we want to get them to watch a video. Ultimately, that's the whole goal. Get them to watch a 3-minute video, 5-minute video, whatever, 10-minute video, whatever it is. We want them to see a good overview of the opportunity. So the mindset that you want to have, and let me just preface by saying this. This is stuff that's working for me and some of our the top leaders, okay? I'm not saying this is the way you have to do it. You can do it any way you want to do it. So take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt, but I have had success with this stuff. Okay, even when we first launched Nexus, I went out and sponsored 100 people as a company. Okay, I went out and sponsored 100 people, and the reason we did that is we're looking for leaders. We're looking for people who want to run. Okay, and so I didn't know where they were going to come from, but I literally made it to 1 star. The company's position was 1 star. And we pretty much did it on our own efforts inside of a week or two, okay? And so I'm going to share with you some of the stuff that has worked for me. Okay, so you want to have this mindset. I'm going fishing, and I'm going to have fun, okay? I'm going fishing, and I'm going to have fun. Who am I going to get today? Am I going to bag a whale? And how many fish am I going to bring into the thing? And you obviously want to have fun. So here's my tips. Less is more. Don't say too much. Okay, don't say too much. A lot of times, people, once you start to learn a lot about an opportunity, what happens? Right? We get it. We call it diarrhea of the mouth. It's not good, right? You're allowing people to make a decision without viewing the opportunity. That's not good, okay? So you don't want to say too much. You definitely don't want to be pushy. And if anything, you want to take it away from them, okay? It's really the same as fishing. You don't catch fish with a baseball bat, okay? You don't beat them over the head and get them into the deal. When you fish, right, you throw your lure out, and when do you catch the fish? When you throw your lure out? No. You get your fish when you start to take it away from them. So always feel confident that even if you take it away from them, I just heard a big whale came into business. We've been working on this guy for months. I did a couple of three-way calls with him and some other people and stuff. And what finally happened is the sponsor said, listen, maybe this is not for you. I got to move on. And the minute he kind of started to pull away, boom, fish on the hook. He got it. So keep that in mind, okay? And as I said, texting is better. It's faster. You don't have to respond right away. So you're not never really put on the spot like, oh my, what if he asked me this? Because even if you don't know the answer, you can quickly, text your sponsor. What should I say to this? Or something like that, okay? You want to look for ways to have fun and laugh out loud, okay? I cannot remember a phone call that I've been on in decades where it didn't laugh at least once. I mean, even when things go wrong, right? There's always a humorous side to people, and I think it just lightens the mood. And people want to get involved with people who are having fun, right? They don't want another job; they got a job or something. So, and if you really don't want to get involved in answering questions too much with your either texting or voice. Really, the goal is to point to another tool. Like the flip book or something like that. Because what happens is the mindset of a person, when they discover something for themselves, rather than you telling it to them, it's a completely different ballgame. And the best example, I think, is John Cena. Because he first looked at Nexus, and he didn't see video or anything else like that, but he just looked at the homepage and was like, I'm not interested in this. And then his sponsor said to him, you should look at this. And he basically just got another tool that ultimately sold John Cena and Scott Becker to get into this thing. So the tools work, right? So you always want to be pointing to another tool or do a three-way call. I remember the first three-way call we did with Scott and John. And so if you're looking for a way to do that, rather than answering the question, even if you know the answer, okay, this is what I say. I'm not 100% sure. Because are you really 100% sure about anything? I mean, I'm the owner of the company, and I'm not 100%. 100%, I'm 99.9% sure, but I'm not 100% sure. So we can say that with a straight face and honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Let me find out. And then you can say, it's a good time to get back to you. You can reach out to your sponsor and do it. Hey, listen, Scott, I got the answer to that question. Matter of fact, I got the guy who brought me into the business. He can answer it better than I am. Scott, say hello to John. That sort of thing. Okay, so that's a simple way to set up a three-way call. And again, the goal here is to get as many people as possible to watch your video. Okay, so again, piquing interest, creating curiosity. The mindset you want to have is that you've found a gold mine. Okay, you found it. It's here. Now, if you don't believe that right now, if you're on this call and you don't believe that you found a gold mine with Nexus Rewards, you got some homework to do. Okay, you got to go back through the website. You got to watch all the videos, listen to the sizzle calls, get your apps, and start using them and start realizing how powerful this opportunity really is. Right? You got to do that because if you don't believe you have a gold mine, you're never going to convince anybody else you got a gold mine. So. And the other thing I want you to be is I want you to be your best self. And so what is that? Well, your best self is, I'm in my best self mood right now. I don't normally talk like this, right? But it's 10% more. I'm 10% louder. I'm 10% faster. When people, people I know listen to me, like in this state, they're going to say, hey man, what's up with Art? I don't know what he's on. Is either drank too much coffee or is jacked about something. And so it's like creating that atmosphere. And understand that people hear your music, not your words. So if you can change your music, the way that you're saying things, that's going to impact your prospects a lot. And you always want to point to a tool, as I said before, videos, flipbooks, web page, three-way call, webinars. You don't want to be the answer man, and no one all the answers. Even if you know all the answers, don't do it. I promise you, don't do it. Just say, hey, great question. You know what? They're having a webinar tomorrow night. They're going to get into all the details. Why don't you come to that? Or I think I know where that answer is. Let me see. I'll find it. I'll get it to you. Okay? And then shoot them a flip book or a digital video or something. And as I said, look for ways to do three-way calls. Listen for questions in your prospects. Listen for them. Once you get it, good question. Not 100% sure. Hold on. And if you know your response is available, at that time, you can say, hey, I'm going to be doing some follow-up calls or something like that. Are you available if I get somebody? You say, yeah, okay, great. So you just say, hold on, and then you can just three-way your person onto the call. Hold on, let me find out. Dial up Scott real quick. Scott, I got Mike on the line. He's got a question about blah, 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 blah. You got 2 minutes to talk to him? Yeah. Okay. Mike, I think I got your answer. I got Scott here. Okay, so, and then always following up with another tool. We'll talk about some specific things that you can be texting people. You know, does it look like something you want to have an interest in? Would you like to find out more? And then the best belief building tool is our webinars. Okay, that is the number one thing. And really, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build belief in the prospect's mind and even in our own mind. Right? You want to just fill up your belief bucket all the time. So you want to build belief in the products and belief in the opportunity. Your belief and other people's belief. If they believe, they're going to do it. Okay? So let's get into some text, some actual texts here that you could use. And I would encourage you to grab a pen and paper right now. These are some leading with the product texts. And again, warm market kind of people you know, what can we be saying to them? Again, the mindset here is you're doing them a favor, right? You're going to help them. You're going to help them save some money on their gas and their groceries, shopping, and everything else like that.
Nexus Rewards is a unique program where everyone
We got a video going.
pays just by using our products and apps. And we pay almost 80% of
Where's that coming from?
Five.
Okay, we got it. Thank you. Cool. Okay, so this first one I've used. All right. Have you heard of this new gas savings thing yet? And so that's, you know, hey, first name, hey Scott, have you heard of this new gas saving thing yet? What's the text you're probably going to get back? What is it, right? So what is it? There's an open invitation to send a little video over. Hey, check this out, you know. Again, found something that saves on gas. Want to see it? Save money on gas? Want to see it? Yeah. Okay. Maybe, right? What is it, right? And if you're getting that, that's okay. That's perfect. You're not going to get any better than what is it. That's what's going to get, guys. And that's great. Okay? Hey, first thing, just find out something that gets us cashback when we buy gas and groceries. Would you like to see it? Right? Or hey, first thing, find out something that's getting people hundreds in cashback on gas and groceries. Are you open to looking at it? Okay? All of those texts are great, proven things that have worked. Not just for myself, and again, I said I want to thank all the leaders that sent me the texts that are working for them, because we just included them into this thing. So that's kind of leading with the product. Some great little text that you can send out to lead with the product. And then we have, you can lead with the opportunity as well. And the mindset is still the same deal. You are doing people a favor. You're doing people a favor. So we need to go to next slide, please, John. Leading with the opportunity. Come on, John. You wanted me to get done. Okay. All right, great. So leading it up, this first one, I can't tell you how many people I brought in with this first one. Open to look at something new. Okay, simple, right? Open to look at something new. Works kind of great with marketers. Open to look at something new. I even got people who said, "No, what is it?" No, what is it? I'm like, okay, well, that's a dichotomy there. But and they signed up. So this one, if I sent you a short video, would you be able to look at it now? 3-minute video, 2-minute video, whatever you want to say in that. response time is going to be, yeah, what is it? Hey, first name, hey, Scott, just found something I think is going to be really, really huge. Could you take 2 minutes and look at it and let me know your thoughts? That's a little psychology in using that thing, is kind of respecting their opinion and stuff like that, and people always like that. So those are all great leading with the opportunity type text that you can use. And that will work. I mean, really, that's the goal, is just to get people to look. Then we have a little bit more information text, okay? And this is something I know Scott and John have used with great success. And I think the mindset here, if you're going to be prospecting other marketers, is that you found really a dream opportunity. We think back to that first slide, man. We've got duplication, we've got low cost, we've got a real product that people really, really want. I mean, networkers are going to recognize what we have going on here. So you found the dream opportunity for network marketers, okay? So this is what their text looks like. And we'll probably put this in some sort of a PDF, or I don't know, maybe I'll make a flip book about it and stuff like that. But
and you can always pause the video and write things down.
Save hundreds a week on money they're already spending on gas, groceries, and big brand stores. Everybody saves money with this company. It's already open worldwide. Be the first one in, $22 a month. That's it. It pays out $10 a month to a sponsor. Wow, yes, 45%. Listen to this call, right? And then go to this link, right? And that's one of the NXR Builder capture pages that we have, which we'll talk about in a little bit on how you can get that set up for you. So, and then it says on the same site, scroll 3/4 of the way down for a 4-minute comp plan summary video. And then enroll at Nexus Rewards. Now, does this work? Yeah. I mean, John and Scott have literally got signups without even a follow-up, phone call, or anything. They and it works. So, it's really just about exploding. Okay, texting leads. Does this work? Yes. I would just tell you guys, everything works if you work it, right? You might have to figure it out, you might have to modify it, tweak it, and everything else, and you might have to do it more than once, or more than 10 times, or more than 100 times. But again, you have that mindset, nobody's going to outwork me, okay? So, lots of places you can get leads, a couple of different types of leads. You can just get regular, people who fill out the form, name, email, webboard information type thing. And then you can even get phone verified leads. That means they spoke to somebody who said, confirmed that they were looking. But this is something, actually Dale in Canada first introduced me to this, about a year or so ago. I was doing something a little bit different, but he introduced me to this way before we were doing Nexus. And it was like, you just get your list of leads and you kind of copy and paste. You put your name in. Hi, first name. My name is Art Phelps from New York, and I'm happy to meet you. Your contact information came across my desk as someone interested in earning extra income from home. If this is true, may I have your permission to send you a video about it? If so, just text me back yes, and I will send it to you. If by chance you're not interested, I wish you all the best. Okay? A shorter version of that is something like this, and this is what I used actually to become a top recruiter.
And you can set this up on ManyChat.com and very inexpensively have it automated.
For 3 years, but every year I was short. I was like number 2 or number 3. But combined it over 3 years, I was really the top. And it really was this. I was working leads at that time. I think you filled out a form on one of my advertising websites. It actually wasn't my site, it was somebody else's site, and I was kind of getting the leads from them, but it was one of my advertising websites. That's where I was getting. I think you filled out a form on one of my advertising websites as someone who was looking to work from home. Can I send you a short video about it? If so, reply less, I'll shoot it over. All the best, Art Phelps. Okay? And so what are we doing there is, with leads and cold market, I like to send them to a capture page. A capture page has a short video on it and a place for them to fill in their name and email address. Okay? So, we'll talk about that too. Okay. Follow-up. All right, here's the deal with follow-up. I know everyone always gets a little squeamish, but texting has made it a lot easier to follow up with people. And the mindset you want to have is it really doesn't matter whether they're interested or not. It doesn't. I mean, if they're not interested, do you really want them in the deal? No, of course not. So If just have it, okay, whatever happens. If it happens, great. If really great. If it doesn't happen, okay, I know that person's not really going to help me build a huge business. So, do I really want? No, I don't even want to be convincing people. Have you had a chance to look? These are just kind of statements I think to think about and write down and share with people. Can you see why I'm so excited about this? Right? I mean, that's a classic network marketing statement that works. I mean, absolutely works. What do you like best about it, right? What interested you the most? The saving money part or the making money part? Which were you most interested in? Okay. Would you like to get some more detailed information? Or they're having a webinar tomorrow night to get into the details. Would you want to come and check out the details of this thing, how it all works? Want the info? And all you're looking for is a little bit of yes. Because if they're saying yes, if they're showing up to the webinar, they look at a video, they indicate some kind of interest, they go to the webinar, they're pretty much in. I mean, they're enjoying it. I mean, it's like this formula. It just seems to work, right? This one is a little bit more, after they filled out a capture page, you get a notification that they've gone in and they've went to a landing page, watched the video and stuff like that. So you'll know that. So you can respond back to them by saying, glad you checked out our cashback opportunity. Does it look like something you want to learn more about, or you'd like to learn more about, right? If so, reply yes, and I'll send you more detailed information. And at that point, I would be sending the flipbook or an invite to the next webinar or something. Okay. Now this is it, guys. I mean, this is the secret to success in network marketing. It's consistency. Okay. People who are successful, every single one of them are consistent. They do something every day. They're daily. They have big goals. We all have big goals, right? Future goals, whatever, beautiful beach house, boats, cars, being able to retire a spouse and everything else like that. But they also understand that it's a consistent action that's going to get them there. So they set daily goals. Okay? Oh my, what happened? 10 a day. These numbers are a little bit wrong. Sorry about that. It should be 10. It should be 2 a day. 2 a day. I messed up on my slides. I apologize. It should be 2 a day. That is 10 a week, right? That's
not on you. That's not on you, Art. We changed your slides late last night, just in case anybody wanted to be a superstar. That's not on you, brother.
Okay. Oh, good. I'm like, wow. But 10 a day is definitely a great thing. And I understand we have people doing 10 a day. I know John's goal is 50 a day. 50 a day. Okay? But 2 a day, anyone can do that in their spare time. Okay? That's 10 people a week. That's 40 people a month looking at your business. That's about 500 people a year. You're going to have success. I mean, you get 100 people looking at this thing. You could go to 5 a day, 10 a day, 20, whatever your daily goals are. And, even if you start small, 2 a day, and you get your 2, don't let your minimum be your maximum. Don't let that define you. If your goal is 5 a day and you get 5, keep going, right? Don't let your minimum be your maximum. Always be the person who's going to outwork 90% of the people in the company, and your success is absolutely guaranteed with this business. So focus on the activity, not the results. Who didn't join, who didn't, because you could have a day. I mean, I've had weeks where nobody joined. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? You start to question, what am I doing wrong? And so if I question it, person sponsored hundreds, probably thousands of people in my 30 years. If I'm questioning what I'm doing, I understand. You're probably questioning it too, because you just, sometimes, there's a drought, and but you kind of just keep forcing yourself. And if you do keep moving, you're going to see when it starts raining, it can start to pour. So that's good. And always try and learn from mistakes. Like I did the call on Thursday night. As soon as I got off, I was like, dang, you forgot to mention that. That was a really good thing. So, learn from your mistakes and, have some notes in front of you so that you're, but if you're constantly getting a little bit better, so have that mindset, you're a winner, okay? Have the mindset that if others can do it, you can do it. Now, here's a really good thing, because I see people getting tied up in this thing. They send in questions, or send me an email, or text me or something. What am I doing wrong? You know, or why is nobody joining me? Or why is this thing not taking off? Or they're not really asking good questions, okay? Anthony Robbins said the quality of your life is the quality of the questions that you ask yourself every day, okay? So if you're asking yourself questions, think about that. Why is this business not working for me? Imagine putting 100 billion neurons to work on a question like, why is this business not working for me? It's going to come up with all kinds of answers. I mean, your brain's just working all the time, right? It's going to come up with all these things. Do any of those answers help you? No, not one of them help you. How about if you ask yourself, how can I get Scott curious about what I'm doing? Wouldn't that be it? I mean, the answer to that question is going to make you money, right? How can I get Christine curious about what I'm doing, right? Or who else can I share this with? There's a question. The answer to that question is going to make you money, right? Who else? Who else? Who else can I share with? Where? Or what else? What else can I share with my prospects? What else can I be doing to provide additional information, to provide value for them? What else can I be doing? What can I share next? Okay? Where else can I be prospecting or advertising? What else can I be doing to get more traffic, to get more people looking at videos? Answers to those questions make you money. What three things? I have this one written down right on a little strip of paper at the top of my monitor. What three things can I do today to move my business forward? Okay? Ask yourself that. And your goal is really not to become an overnight superstar. If that happens, great. Your goal is to get a little bit better every day. A little bit better. Just a little bit better every day. In a month, you'll be a superstar. In a year, forget it, you'll be huge. So just constantly look to improve. Okay. Want to put a plug in for the tools because they work. Okay. It's not like I have this other agenda here, but I want you to have the mindset that I want to have everything available for me. Okay, so we've developed a marketing system. It's called NXR Builder. It's going to do two core things for you. It's going to help you build your list. Okay, and it's going to help build your brand. You'll see the people that have huge lists, have huge followings, have a good brand. What are they doing? They already have all this stuff, right? 90% of the people in networking and in our opportunity, I'm assuming, don't have huge lists. So you really have to figure out a way where you're going to be able to get a lot of people. So this NXR Builder marketing system has capture pages. I use capture pages for cold market advertising, for leads and stuff. So what happens is the capture page has a little sizzle video on it, and then it has a form. They fill out their name, email, phone, phone's optional, and they click submit, and then they go to a landing page. You get notified, okay? And it gets linked to a contact management system, which is really kind of cool. The contact management system tracks your prospects, and it rates them. So you open a contact manager, you go in and you see everybody who filled out a form, a capture page form. Okay, we got a couple of capture pages, and you see them all. And next to their name, it has score, and the score could be anything from 0 to 100. Could be higher. Okay, every time they open an email, they click on a link, watch a video, they get a point. So you can have 100 contacts in there, or 1,000, doesn't really matter. But which ones are interesting? How do you tell them? Well, you look at their score, okay? Or you search by score. You can set up your whole contact manager by score. Show me everybody who's interested, right? And those are the people you can get back to. You also have the ability to push a button email right in there. And the cool thing about that is if they open that email, that's going to give them another point because it's coming from inside the NXR Builder system. Okay, it's coming from in there. So you can send them an email. If they open it, if they watch a video, more points. So you can always identify. So cold market advertising, you definitely need some sort of contact manager capture page system. Okay. We're going to give you personalized landing pages. The landing pages have your photo on it, have your contact information. So we're going to help you build your brand. And those landing pages have links for people to join Nexus Rewards, your Nexus Rewards site. We've got a whole bunch of video follow-up pages that you can use to provide additional information. And again, those pages have links to your Nexus Rewards site. We have an autoresponder series that will automate the follow-up, okay? If they agree to get more information, we'll put them in our autoresponder. That lasts for 365 days, so we're going to blast it. We've got two options. The basic is $4.95, and if you know what, if you're not going to be doing any cold market advertising, you really don't need to capture pages. So the $4.95 is the basic. That'll give you the landing pages with your photos on it and stuff like that. You don't necessarily need the contact manager because they're contacts you already know and stuff like that. So the gold system is $9.95 a month, and that has all, you know, everything, the contact manager, the autoresponders and stuff. But these are tools that will do the presenting and allow the follow up for you. And I encourage you to get them because they're working for a lot of people. So I'll try them out at least. I mean, get it for a while and see how it works for you. I think you're going to be impressed with them. We're constantly adding and making those things better and better. So I think that's it. I don't know if I have. I do have something I do want to say though, because I want to make sure that everybody is aware. With the Fast Start program that we have, okay. If you're new, great. Welcome aboard. We're glad you're here. We've got a bonus set up. One of the most exciting parts of our comp plan is this 3x10 customer loyalty matrix. It kind of rewards people for being in the company for 6 months or longer. We're building a 3x matrix. So first 3 spots, once those 3 get filled underneath you, everybody else goes on the next level, then everybody else goes on the next level and stuff. So you can help your teams build that. You might get some spillover from your sponsor or upline, but that's building in the background all the time. So it's an additional bonus profit center that we've set up. But the cool thing is you can get up to a 100% check match on everyone that you do refer. Whatever they make in the matrix, you're also going to. So like they make $10, you're going to get $10. They make 100, you're going to get an extra 100 on top of your matrix earnings. They make 1,000, you're going to make an extra 1,000 on top of you. That's 100% check match is what that is on everyone that you sponsor. Okay. Now to get it, normally you got to sponsor 20 people to get the 100% check match. Okay. But if you get going, if you get launched, and oh, there we go. Look at that. Okay. Wow, John, you're good, man. If you get going, sponsor 3 premium members in your first week. We're going to give you that 100% check match. If you miss that, sponsor 5 premium members in your first 2 weeks, and you're going to get that 100% check match. Okay, that's great. Otherwise, you gotta get 20, and you can get 20 in this program. I think anyone can get 20. To tell you the truth, I think anyone can get 100 in this program. So there is an explanation inside your members there. So that, but also existing members. If this is not your first week, if you miss it, okay, if you just missed it up flat out, we're doing a promo. If you get to pro by July 15th, what is it? 6 days from now, you get 6 whole full days. Get to pro, and we'll grandfather you in at the 100% check match for you. So you don't have to get 20. So, but you got to go to work. Okay, you got to get people looking at the video. So with that, I am done, John, and I don't know where I am with the time because I can't see my clock here. So hopefully I didn't take too much time. And I appreciate you letting me share some of the things that are working for people. So with that, I'll send it back to you, Scott.
Okay, Art, great job. Man, what awesome. I got notes and notes and notes. Appreciate you coming on, sharing what works. I'm going to kick it over real quick to our normal presenter, the trainer extraordinaire, my business partner, John Cini. Are you there, John?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Fantastic, brother. Good to see you.
Thank you. All right, it's kicked over to me, huh? Is it my turn? Arco was fantastic, and you smoked it right there at half an hour. Very impressive. Loved it. Great stuff. I'm going to blow up my screen here. We're just going to cover a couple other things, and then we'll wrap this up, let everybody have their Saturday back, or we can answer some questions for a little bit. I wanted to just point out a couple things before we dive into the GoPro section here. Number one, Scott Becker is not Mr. Customer Service for the company. We have 2 Scotts going on here. So the other Scott is in charge of customer service. I'm sorry to say I don't even know his last name. I traded emails with him, but I
Scott
Love
Simmons.
with that.
Scott
I
Simmons.
didn't think you.
Yeah.
I knew it was there somewhere, but off the top of my head, I didn't have it. So Scott Becker is a rep in the field like I am, and we're both working together. And and also our host extraordinaire and monster man on the mindset. And then Scott Simmons is customer service. So I want to make sure that's clear. The other thing I want to point out, I just want to backtrack for a minute because Art's info is just incredible. He has blazed an amazing trail for us. So I want to be crystal clear on something about this business. When, you talk about being a winner and making serious income here, if you do the math, Art said, hey, I brought on 100 people here in the Nexus. And, what is that, 100 people in 3 months, 4 months? I mean, you kind of do the math on that and figure out that's signing almost one a day. Well, if you're enrolling one person in a day, how many people do you need to prospect in a day? I think more than 2, right? So you really need to be clear on that because if you want to do what Art did, you want to put 100 people in 3 months or 4 months or even 6 months, you got to do a lot more than 2 prospects a day. And that's really the point. Even if you do 20 in a day, are you going to get 1 out of the 20 to enroll? I mean, 5% out of 20 contacts, pretty incredible. If you contact 20 people and you get 20 people to look, I mean, you are amazing, and that never happens. So much more realistic to say, if I contact 20 people, I may get 10%, I may get 20%, maybe even 50% to look. But then you're talking about, signing up way higher percentage of the people who just look. So that's why we say, yeah, if you want to do 1 enrollment a day, 5 a week, if you're working Monday through Friday, you'd probably be better cranking a lot more than, 20 or 30 contacts in a day. You're going to need to do a lot more than that. So I just want to be clear on that. Now, on the flip side, I got to tell you, I've gotten on the phone with people, and in the first 5 contacts, they landed a whale. And boom, that person came in and went and enrolled 100 people in the next 2 weeks. Does that happen regularly? No. But is it possible? Yeah, I always say, if you're in the batter's box and you're swinging away, if you have a little bit of skill, there's a good chance you could park one. But you're still hoping and you still need a lot of luck to do that. So, when I say go pro, I'm talking about going professional here. And that's really, Eric Worre's book. I'm just going to tell you straight up, go get the book. And if you're, like, wow, money's tight, I can't even afford $10 on a book, well, let me hook you up right here on Amazon. There's 237 used ones. This is from last night for $1.24. Hopefully you can get one of those used ones for, $5 shipped to your door or whatever. Get the book, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Pro. That's the name of the game. Now, this is a great book. It's been, the network marketing go-to instructional handbook for many years. I think it's been almost 2 decades. But one thing it does talk about in there is how to manage a mountain of contacts. So guess what we're going to talk about right now? You can get all that stuff out of the book, and you can rock and roll crank it. You can take all Art's info, and you can blast out to 1 million people. But if you don't know who you contacted, you don't know who you need to follow up with, oh man, I dropped my phone in the lake, and I lost all my contacts, 1,000 names. What am I going to do? Here's your solution right here. Because the bottom line is, in our business, our most valuable asset of our entire networking business is our contacts. I tell people all the time, and I told my daughter for years, you're not allowed to touch my phone because, this right here is worth a fortune to me. Sorry, we got a little background noise there. But when you have someone in your contacts, and then you lose your contacts, I mean, that could be cardiac arrest for you. So you want to make sure that you've got a way to back that up, and you've got to, have that security that you have secured your contacts. The other thing is you got to change your mindset about contacts. And that was something that took me a long time to do. It was actually very difficult for me. I was fairly fortunate. When I started, I was in my early 20s, and years. And so if you're plugged in here, boy, you got the same blessing that I had 30 years ago. You can almost just hitch your wagon and hang on for dear life as this horse cranks it up from stop to 50 miles an hour down the track. But you can put in a handful of people and have this thing explode if you bring on the right kind of people. And that is one of the great keys about timing, about being in the right place at the right time. But if you want to be a marketing professional, you need to think about massive numbers of names. And I just say, put it in your head to put 10,000 names in your phone minimum. Now, you may say, that's crazy. There's no way I can do that. That's fine. You don't have to do that. But again, to go out and get a humongous retirement type income or a huge amount of income in this industry, you put the odds in your favor by shooting for the moon. Now, if you shoot for the moon and you only bonk your head on the ceiling or you get up into the clouds, that's still great. You can still make some amazing money. But I always like to play the odds, and that means put them in your favor and stack the deck so that you are in a position to win. As Art just gave you, really all the tools to do that. He just didn't put a number on that number of names. Now, you can take a zero off of that. If that's where you want to start, that's fine. There's no problem with that. Or you can even take 2 zeros off of that. Say, you know what? I'm going to go and do 100 names. I'm going to get 100 names on my phone. I have a brand new guy, and he's not even on Facebook. And so, where's he going to start? He's got to contact people. He's got to find ways to get out there and network and get plugged in. I'm going to go through that here in just a minute. But you have to get it in your head that I'm going to get a ton of names in here. And then where are they coming from? And then how do I manage all these names? Because if you go and contact 100 names, 6 months from now, you can go back to those names and you contact them again. And poof, it might be like a brand new opportunity for them. A lot of times people don't plug in on the first go around. I did. I mean, right here with Nexus, I found out about this a couple months ago, and then, I didn't, as I already told you, I didn't plug in, and then somebody showed it to me differently, and all of a sudden, boom, there was a team of us that, swamped into this thing. It's a free service right there with Google Contact. They got it right there at the top. Everybody's got it, if you're on an Android. Even if you're not, you got Apple Contacts, whatever. I don't know what the iPhone contact manager is called. It doesn't matter. Get a contact manager and use it. Some people, might say, I want Google reading all my contacts, whatever. I've been using it for 15 years. Haven't had a problem. Crank it. If I drop my phone in the lake, it doesn't matter. If my kid breaks my phone accidentally, my daughter actually threw my phone. I know she went to take a picture of me. We were at a state park, and she went to hand it back to me, and she dropped it before it got into my hand, and it literally did the football bounce, and it went over the cliff. It dropped about 20 feet down on this treacherous ledge. I was never going to be able to get it. Yeah, I'm tattling on my daughter. But I didn't panic because I knew that my contacts were, number one, backed up on my desktop. So I didn't, they're all there. And number two, they're backed up in the cloud on the Google server, the cloud, that's what they call it. It's just a server farm where they got massive amounts of storage. So I didn't panic. I said, hey, if I get that phone back, great. I mean, these phones aren't cheap. Would have cost me hundreds of dollars to go get another one. But my most valuable asset was backed up. If you're a professional network, you're never saying, if I lose my phone, I'm dead meat. I just lost 10 years or worse of network and contacts. That's really the key. Now, on Google Contacts, you can have unlimited in the number of contacts, which is amazing. You also have nearly unlimited amount of space for notes on that contact. What are you talking about? Notes? What are you talking about? Well, I'm going to show you that in a minute. That is so important right there. I'm going to give you an me a long time to learn this lesson, but as soon as I get info on somebody, I put their info in my phone, and it takes me like 30 seconds to do it. Even with talk text today, I can say, hey, Art Phelps out of Long Island, and, here's his email, and here's his cell phone. Boom. He started with that company back in 30 years ago, and I've got all his info stored right there in my phone, and I don't have to worry about, 2 hours later or whatever, a day later trying to remember what company was in, what did he think his goal was? It's a disaster. So, and you can add to these contacts over years. And yeah, you want to stay in touch with them. All the pro marketers out there have done it. We had Gloria McDonald on our call, just a few weeks ago, and because we talked about when did you start, and how long did she said, yeah, I didn't put 100 people into this in 10 days. I took 4 or the last 5 years, whatever it was, 4 or 5 years in building up my network to then be able to put 100 people in here in 10 days. Does that make sense? I hope that is very clear, because that's what we're talking about when we build up our network over years. And then here's something else that's amazing. With the Google Contact, or again, any contact system, all you got to do is go into that search field, and you can find a whole group of people based on the keywords that you put in your notes. If I'm looking for everyone in my contacts that's a member of Nexus, all I got to do is type in Nexus in the search bar, and boom, it pops up right there. And I'll show you that here. Actually, you can see it right there. There's the search bar, and all you got to do is type in a company name. Now, this is my Google Contacts, and I got a million different categories and groups and all these things. I'm not going to go through all that. You kind of flush out, just start using it, and then you can start learning how to group them into different things and all those different categories. But look, there's a mountain of info that you can collect here in Google Contacts, and the most important categories are not there. I'm going to tell you what they are right now. Want to know? I thought you might. Got to create a little curiosity, and then take it away. No, you got to pay for it if you want to find out. No, I'm just kidding. Give you it all right here. I always put in the year I met. Always. It's amazing. 10 years. Scott and I can go back and we can say, yeah, we met in that company 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Pretty incredible. That's in the system right there. We have to guess, what company was I in when I met this guy? Or what restaurant? Or, what were we doing? What job were we working together? What's their spouse's name? Or any other. What's their children's name? How old are their kids? That's a big deal when you can, connect with someone a year later and say, how is little Bobby? And, is he going to first grade? Is he playing football now? Whatever. I mean, it means a lot to people. We always say people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that's what we're talking about here. So I hope that's helpful. What other companies have they worked? Now we're getting into the big deal. What's their website? Do they have a blog? Do they have a rep website? You might want to track it. It's always interesting to me when I go back to someone's website when they're with another company 6 months later, 2 years later, and their website is down. What does that tell you? Little education right there. What we call a clue where I come from. And then, and this will really get greedy. A lot of people are like, well, I can't answer that. I've had people say that to me more than once. Hey, what's the largest downline you've ever built? What's the most people that you've ever recruited? I asked that of Art, and he was like, he went like this, and I got this torpedo right at me. I mean, I was like, whoa, 250 people in a previous company from a year or two ago. I mean, that told me right there, Art Phelps knows this business, and he is good at it. To bring that many people on in a short period of time, I said, he is a professional networker. He knows what he's doing. And that is really, and he told you that right on the call here. You didn't have to ask him. But when you get that info from someone, you find out if they are a serious networker, if they're a pro, if they know how to handle a monster organization, if they know how to scale up a big group, and then create leaders. That's the next thing, How many downlines you brought in 50 people in your previous company, and you had that turn into, 500 people? business, it's so easy to bring people on. You might have to go get 60. You might have to go get 90. Whatever. I'm just telling you, again, put the odds in your favor and get a lot more than what you may need. And then when you have, instead of 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, you may have 10 by 10 by 10 by 10 or something better than that. Scott and I are constantly, we're like, man, this thing is way easier to bring people. Art just told you, for half an hour, how easy it is to bring people into this thing. Gave you so many awesome scripts. And, he just, I always tell people, you can't say the wrong thing to the right people. You can't, you can give, this is back in the old days when we put people on paper, remember this art, a paper app, and we call it a distributor agreement. Oh my gosh, I'm sounding like a geezer here. But, we used to say, if you got the right opportunity, you can give 5 distributor agreements to a monkey, and he's going to come back with shades and a beamer. It's really, it is so right when you can sink your teeth into a great business and then just go and talk to people and have fun. And I always say, Art stole my thunder on this. You want to be laughing and having a good time. I always say, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. And I learned that from one of my downlines who made $1 million under me in another company. And it was so true, it stuck with me. He told me that when I was in my 20s, and here we are 30 years later. It's just incredible advice. And that really was the beginning of the Fun Marketing Group. And, we said, we're going to have fun because we're going to do it right. We're going to have a great time. No one is screaming at anybody here. We're all just trying to ramp this up, have a great time, change people's lives. It really is that simple and beautiful. So there's that search bar there at the top. You can go through so many different ways, find people that were with company X, or find people that have been a top rep. If they are a top rep, then I put that in my notes, okay? Now, you can see down here, I got to move my little Zoom thing out of the way. You can't even see that on your screen. But see that note down there at the bottom? That's where I live. It's nice to have their birthday. Obviously, you want to have their email and the phone number. You can put their company in there if you want. But I live in the notes section. All this info right there goes in the notes. I'll put them right in there. I met Bruce Nelkin in 2022 in Nexus Rewards. Boom. That's it. Now, when I go and I search for Nexus, Bruce is coming up. There it is. If I want to contact everybody in the company, all I got to do is have Nexus in the notes, and then when I search for Nexus, there it is right there. Simple, quick and easy, most brilliant thing, and I get no credit for any of that right there because Google did it all, and but we have to take all that info and put it in that note section. So I hope that's helpful for you. That gives you a little bit of the info, and we did all of this in an hour. You got a complete package on how to go through 1 million names and manage them all. I want to touch on a couple other things that I just have some screenshots of. I'm going to tee up a couple different documents here. Let me just take 1 second to pull them up. This is a prospect tracking form. Everybody asked me for this last week. I didn't have it ready. Wow, that doesn't look big at all on the screen. But guess what? We got the zoom function right here. So I'm going to zoom in, and hopefully everybody can see that. I just went like twice as big on the screen. All right. Hopefully everybody can see that. That is a spreadsheet. All right. Now I have this document. I'm just going to throw it in the chat box. If y'all want to swipe it, if it's helpful, great. If not, you can ignore it. Let me grab this for you, and then it might even make it easier for you to follow along. I just need to scroll down and grab it. I have a prospecting folder under my Nexus Rewards folder. Giving you a little secret here on how to track all this stuff. Now I put it's an XLS. Where is that? Right here. I think that's it. Yeah. there you go. Now everybody can grab it out of the chat box. Again, this is just a generic thing that I put together, and I just threw some notes in here. When I call somebody up, and you don't have to be this detailed, and true story, I'm not. I gave a lot more detail on here with all these colors than I even use. I don't even have time for all this stuff. All right, here's the deal. I'm texting as many people a day as I can, and if they get back to me, great. If they don't, well, boo-hoo. If I remember or if I have time, to put some orange on there and follow up with them, see, that's the F for follow-up right there. Great. If I don't, okay, boo-hoo. But I want to constantly be exposing people, and I don't want anybody in my warm market to say to me, how come you didn't tell me about this when you got started? It's like the worst thing anyone can ever say to me. Shame on me. So it's like, get this info out to everyone as quickly as possible. How did I contact them? I called Scott, or I texted Andrew. I texted Steve. Steve got back to me right away. He signed up. He was in before I could even spin around and go, Steve, did you get my text? He took action right away. Immediately the next day, he had me on the phone with, a top rep, and boom, right there, he had a downline of hundreds of people overnight. So, that's the kind of action that you want. How's that going to happen? By you taking action in the same way. I always tell people, if you're on day 4 or 5 analyzing this thing, ask yourself, is that what I want my prospects to do? And it's kind of going to cost you money if you take that long analyzing it. You may want to, rethink that. I always say, if you're at the restaurant, you're ordering your meal, and it's going to be, $20 or $30. You need to go home and think about it for a week. You really can make a quick decision on this. Art has given us a week money back guarantee, 100% money back guarantee. I obviously no one's going to cancel when they plug in here and they see all the goodness and the ease of getting all that money back. So, and it's month to month. It's just so consumer friendly. Nobody should have any heartburn over spending $32 after they go through a few videos or watch a webcast, do a 3-way. They should be ready to roll. But hey, I just had one of my top reps this morning. I was driving back up a place, Frisbee football this morning. I'm looking all nasty, sorry. But I just had one of my top reps tell me, he decided Nexus isn't for him this morning. Okay, boo-hoo, he focused on other things. So be it. He made a 5-figure check in a month under me 10 years ago. And, he's choosing not to plug in here. I don't know what else he's got going on, but that was his decision. So I just put a little X by his name and keep on rocking. That's it. So that's how we go through the numbers. That's a little bit on how you can track. Hopefully that's helpful. There's a lot of other info over here. Did you send them to a website? Did you send them right to a webcast? Hey, we're talking. It's Tuesday. It's 5 o'clock. Hey, we got a webcast in 3 hours. You want to hop on there and see what's going on? Great. Oh, yeah, awesome. Yeah, I would love to see a webcast. I'd love to see your recording, and you send them the recording right there. What did you do to show them the plan? Webcast, recording. You got your choices right there. Make it really easy for you. How did they see it? Then who did you do a 3-way with? Right out of the gate. Scott and I were on the phone with Nick Folke. Right out of the gate. Nick had all the answers. It was awesome. And he was just going boom, 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 hitting everything. We got on the phone with Art, with a bunch of our people. We got on the phone, Scott and I. It was, that's another great thing about having a partner where, he's better than you. You can call him up, say, boom, be my 3-way, man. And there we go. We did all kinds of 3-ways. Again, I just threw all these things in here just to give you an idea of how it can work. You can go through all my little codes here. If they enroll as a rep, I put an E with what number they are for me, and then I can track them all the way down. I have a quick plan. I actually have a whole different page where I transfer everybody who's a rep because we have 50 people enrolled. I can't keep up with all those names. I want them all in a dedicated form where I can just fly through them very quickly, email them all very quickly. They get their own status in my Google contacts so that I can email them quickly from a group list if I need to do that. So all that stuff is good. A lot of times I'll talk to someone who should go under one of my trial sign up under her. I always tell, all my people, I'm, never going to take someone from them, even though I'd love to get the $10 a month on their $22 a month. I would much rather have my frontliner making that money and making good money than me get, a little pittance, a little bit more food, instead of, keeping that great relationship with my frontliner. Always think long term on this business, and you'll be happy. By the way, you can insert, change whatever you want on the chart, take it, you can copy it, paste it right into a Google Sheet document, Google Docs, whatever, and then you can access it online for any internet device. You can do it on a cell phone if you download the app. By the way, the more notes you take, just like I was saying in Google Contacts, see, I got a section over here on notes, but on Sheets, on Microsoft Excel, whatever you want to use, that section goes on for like 8 miles off the screen here. I had to cut it off because my paper ran out. But you can take notes for 50 feet to the right on these spreadsheets, and that's awesome. The more notes you take, the better your follow-up will be, and then you can always follow up 6 months later if you tracked it. And this whole thing, I have pages of this from the past, and I can go right down the list. I remember their notes and what their circumstances were. I call them up. Wow, we haven't talked in 3 years. How's that business that you're doing? They're like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. Oh, okay. And then back to Art's question. My favorite 6 words: are you open to new business? And then they tell you yes or no. And if they say no, no problem at all. Art, he said it's so funny. People say no, and then they're like, well, what are you doing? And then I'm not telling them nothing right there. I say a double negative. I tell them, you just told me you weren't in. You're not open. Are you open? I put it right back on. And I'm basically forcing them to say, okay, yeah, I am open to the new business. No, but I just want to know what you're doing. Are you sure? I'll play with that a little bit. I'll have fun with it. But, and I might even say, I got the cure for cancer. You sure you don't want to hear about it? Or, we just got this new tree that grows $1,000 bills. You really don't want to hear about it? I can do this all day. All right, so I hope that's helpful. Let me give you one other thing, and then we'll open this up for questions or comments. I have a document, not a document, I have an app that is fantastic. Now, it only works on Microsoft Windows and Apple and iPhone. It does not work on Android. I don't know what happened. They had some disagreement with Android over something stupid. Very disappointing. But it does not work on my Android anymore. But this system is incredible, and I've been using it for 10 years. And it is it's automatic text. You type in just a few letters, and it can spit out all kinds of info. Go check this out. This is my gift to you today. For those of you that already have this, sorry, but that's what I'm sharing with everybody. I just put it in the chat box. I'm not going to get paid on any of this. This is just a freebie. Like I said, I've been using it for 10 years. I paid for their premium service on this, but that Phrase Express program is fantastic. Man, I loved it when it was on my Android. This is the only time I'll ever say the iPhone has an advantage on the Android. I don't know what happened. It was like 2 years ago, and it clanked out on Android, and they said they weren't supporting it on Android. I was like, no! But I use this thing all day, every day. I can just type in my initials, and it'll pop up my name, or I can type in the first few letters of my address, and it'll fill in the rest of my address. It's a dynamite little thing to have. Like I said, you can go grab that link, phraseexpress.com, if you're on the phone and not looking at the chat box of the video. But it's worth its weight in gold. I don't know how much it weighs, but it is a great system to have. So grab that and become, again, super fast, professional networker. Speed's the name of the game here, and we want everybody running as fast as possible. I'm gonna, Scott, you got anything you want to add here? I've been doing all the yapping. You've been a great host, but we haven't been able to be blessed by your brilliance today.
give just about 2 minutes to the few people that have left on the call right now to bless you for sticking around. We've heard a lot of stuff and a lot of information, and that is awesome. Thank you to Art and John for being great presenters. But I want to give you a call to action, because if you just sit back and read your notes for the next week, 2 weeks, 5 weeks, then all you have is information. And information without action is not going to get you any money. You need to engage in IPA. You need to get IPA on the brain. What is IPA? Income producing activities. We've heard a lot of tips and information today about how to do this income producing activity, but if you don't get out there and do it, then it's not going to put any money in your pocket. So make sure you're engaging in internet producing or income producing activity, and I'm going to give you one thing to do this week, and it is the do me a favor close. Do me a favor close. Can you do me a favor is the greatest close in sales forever. And here's what I want you to do. Those 10 people, those 20 people, those 50 people, here's what I want you to do. I want you to call everyone in your warm market, if you've got anyone left, and say, I want to ask you to do me a favor. If I was going to call John and say, hey, John, I need you to do me a favor. Can I count on it? What would you tell me, John?
I am in. What can I do for you?
Well, you know, I'm working with this new company, and one of the trainers said, we got this video that we're doing some market research on, and it's 2 minute 44-second video. I just need you to watch it for me and shoot me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm not going to turn in your name or your personal information. They just want me to get 50 eyes on this video this week. I need you to be one of my 50 people. Will you watch this 2 minute 44-second video and just shoot me a thumbs up or a thumbs down? It will help me out a lot.
2 minutes? All right, well, for you. I can squeeze 2 minutes.
I need you to watch this 2 minute 44-second video. Now, for everyone to do that, and we're talking to people who are already in the business today, you need to spend $5 on NXR Builder. Go get NXR Builder, because that 2 minute 44-second video is the best peak interest piece we have as a company, and I want you to use the do me a favor close and tell everyone. One of our company trainers said I need to get 50 people to watch this video this week and just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You're going to get people to put eyes on the video. Eyes on the video is going to get people's interest peaked, and then we're going to three-way call them, and we're going to get people signed up in your business. Do me a favor. I need you to watch this 2 minute 44-second video and just shoot me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And when you do that, I guarantee you, your downline is going to grow, and you're going to get people. Sign up. Hey, the NXR Builder is only $5, guys, and we need people ask, how are you and John having so much success at Nexus Rewards? NXR Builder is a big part of that. It still makes the cost. $21.95 plus 5 is only $26.95. You get 3 people in, that more than covers your cost for the business and for NXR Builder. And it's going to open you up to that 2 minute 44-second video. It's going to open you up to the 4-minute video and the 11-minute video. Get NXR Builder. Do me a favor close. Call everyone you know and say, hey, I've been told I got to get 50 people to put eyes on this video. Shoot me a thumbs up, thumbs down. That's my $1 million idea for today's training call. Appreciate everybody for staying on the call. Thank you, Art. Thank you, John. You guys always do a great job. Back to you, John.
Hey, thank you. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to allow everybody to unmute. If you raise your hand, then you will get to the first in line, or the front, near the front of the line, and we'll do it orderly that way. So raise your hand, please, and then you can unmute and ask your question. Greg Wilson, you are first in line, sir. How are you today?
Good, John. Hey, if your intent was to let everybody use that document, you set it as a PDF instead of an Excel file, so it can't be edited.
Yeah, all you got to do, actually, I didn't mean to do that because formatting goes crazy on everybody's different computer. And what I wanted people to be able to do is copy that, which you can do from a PDF, just copy that info and then paste it into your spreadsheet.
Okay, so you
So
want to provide a Google spreadsheet that everybody could use on their own. Okay, that's fine.
If I gave you a spreadsheet,
You can't edit what you
Yeah.
put. Okay.
if I gave you a spreadsheet, like I was saying, I've had different spreadsheets. A lot of people say mine won't read this format. Because
No problem.
it just becomes such a pain in the butt. Yeah. No, good point. And again, if you don't know how to copy and paste from a PDF into a spreadsheet, Google it or online search it, whatever you want to say, and that will solve your problem. Good point, though. Yeah, it's important that you can. I typed all that stuff up. YouTube it. There you go. Google's got us by the neck. They own YouTube.
That's true.
They own 85% of search. We're at their mercy. But yeah, great point, Greg. Appreciate that. Aubrey, you are next, and you're unmuted. Fire away.
Can you hear me?
I can. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, very sunny in the UK unusually.
Awesome.
Well, I bought an example about a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know how to use it. I mean, is there anywhere I can look to find out exactly how to use it?
Yes, there is a thorough training. Actually, Art did a couple weeks ago. Art, where is that training? I know it's in Telegram group somewhere, right?
Yeah. Also, if you log into your NXR Builder is a part of our automatic builder marketing system, which you can use to promote any business. But once you log in, if you click on the NXR tab in the top menu, you're going to see and scroll down a little bit. I did one of my infamous flip books that really shows you how to use the NXR Builder marketing system. You should also see, the video capture landing pages there. You'll see a link to that, and some other sample scripts and stuff that we put together. So right in that NXR tab, you're just going to scroll down a little bit, and it's going to say how to use NXR Builder and Automatic Builder. And we'll just take you through it page by page.
Okay, I'll do that immediately. Thank you.
You got it, Aubrey.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Aubrey. Great question. And, all this stuff is getting easier and easier. Hey, 2 months ago, a lot of this stuff wasn't in place. Brand new company. And credit to Art and his brother Rob. They have been amazing. Lightning fast speed at getting us tools and updating the site. I mean, they're constantly bringing new programs and services that are part of our package. I mean, it's just been an amazing last, Scott and I just plugged in at the end of May. So it's literally been a month and a half for us. And I know that some of these people on here, like Bruce and Carol and so forth, have been here from day one, however many months ago that was. But this thing's all brand new, and we're getting it cranked out. Scott just put his script in the chat box. Awesome there. And we've still got a ton of people on here, so fire away. All right, Sheila, you need to unmute, and then the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Only thing I missed so
Good
far,
morning.
I'm still trying to locate where I can click no page. I need the tracking form. I'm not exactly sure where to get that. That's the only thing I'm missing here.
The tracking form, where to get what?
The Nexus
Sorry.
P3, the Nexus P3 tracking form.
The PS3 that I put in the chat box?
Correct. I can't locate it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's probably way up there now. That was about 30,000 chats ago.
That's what I figured. So I was writing down everything. That's the only thing I missed.
Are you able to access the chat box?
Yes, I can.
Well, then I will just repost it in the chat. How about that?
I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Sure. My pleasure. There you go.
Excellent training. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you, Sheila. Awesome sauce, all right? Yeah.
Before we go on to the next caller, now that script is in the chat box, I'm going to make this official. This market research we're doing on the 2-minute 45 second. I want everyone who does this to shoot us next week or Tuesday or Thursday night in the training. Tell us your results. If you got 3 thumbs up, 3 thumbs down, no responses, 20 thumbs up, 20 thumbs down. We don't want to tell people we're doing market research and not do the market research. So here's the contest. Let's see who can get the most thumbs ups or thumbs down on the video. Now remember, you got to get NXR Builder. It's $5. Fine, $5. Skip that latte John's always talking about. Get the NXR Builder. Send them your link to that 2-minute 44-second video. What that's going to do, it's going to get them some automatic drip campaign follow-up. It's going to get them some contact information. They're going to get an autoresponder email. This is going to grow your business, guys. But let's make this an official thing. The market research on the 2-minute 44-second video. Send us chat information on who you got. Get thumbs up and thumbs down on that thing.
Yeah, an automatic builder or the Nexus builder, they're both in the back office. So all you got to do when you log in, you'll see it on the left-hand menu, and you can just go right down the line, and you will see it. What does it say? It says your tools, and when you click on your tools, you will get 2 different options, and you'll see they actually both go to the same place. And it's the builder and automatic builder, but then you know where you're going. And then on that page, you'll have the 2 different choices. You can go and choose whichever one you want. So there you go. Great question. Ursula, you've been waiting very patiently. Really appreciate that. Go ahead and unmute.
Thank you, guys.
How are you today?
Excellent presentation by everybody. I appreciate. And I have a quick question. I signed up here in the United States. And can I introduce to this business somebody who is in Europe, or I can do only here in the States and in Canada?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yep. Okay. Thank you very much. Just I wasn't sure. Thanks.
Yeah, no, great question. We say in our presentation we're open globally. Now we don't have services. We don't have apps in every country, but gee whiz, I mean the Rakuten app is in over 70 countries. We don't know the functionality, obviously, in all those countries, but that's what they say. They're a multi-billion-dollar conglomeration, and they are humongous, and they are the ones on their website telling everybody we're open in 70 countries. So that'll give you enough to work internationally, and if you sponsor someone in a country that's not one of those 70 countries, they can recruit into those countries, and they can start building a network. If they have contacts in the U.S., if they have contacts in Australia, if they have contacts in South Korea, if they have contacts in Germany, it's hey, put people in those areas, and they can get paid at it. I just love it. I've never seen a company roll out globally so fast. Thank you to Art and Rob for doing that. So pretty amazing.
Does these people, when I sponsor in Europe, they come to the promo, or only people from the United States?
Say that again.
These people, like, okay, I introduce tomorrow 5 people or 7 people to this business, and they be from Europe. If they come to this promo, people will be doing this promo to 15th of July. Is this in the United States?
Yeah, they can still take advantage of that, right? Right, Art?
No, what she's saying is, do they count towards the 5 by the 15th? And absolutely they do. They will count towards your 5, whether they're in the United States, Canada, international, Europe, anywhere. 5 premium members signed up by the 15th of July are going to qualify you for this promo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And then if you get someone in Hungary or Greece or Japan or New Zealand, and they get their 5, same thing. They can qualify for the contest too. So, and Verena, yeah, the answer is yes. You can get, just as a customer or as a free member, you can get 4 of our apps as a free member, which is fantastic value. forgot to mention our premium service. One of our premium services is the Nexus Benefit Hub, and that is in 15 countries, and that's another tremendous value. And all 15 of those countries have phone support for that benefit hub. So another fantastic benefit right there. So thank you, Ursula. That's great questions. Everett, you are next. Unmute, sir. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. How you doing, Everett?
All right, thank you very much. Great job, everybody. My question was,
absolutely.
with the automatic builder, my primary thing that I was doing prior to Nexus was like prescription cards and or healthcare. Is it still okay to use that as my primary?
Yeah, I mean, you get to focus on whatever you want. Right now, obviously, gas is the hottest topic these days. And there's a lot of people out there with things, you know, that you dump in your engine, and who knows if they work. So people are very interested in saving money on their gas. So, you know, that's what a lot of people are leading with. A lot of people have a ton of prescriptions. I mean, it's amazing how much money is being spent on these drugs. So if you can save someone money on their prescription, I mean, that's, again, real savings. You're putting money back in people's pockets. So that's huge.
Okay, I definitely understand that. That's why I would want to keep as my primary. I did the 47 on the auto builder, so I have 3 different things I could put in there. Okay, but I want to make sure that I could put it was okay and within the rules to put the prescription card as one of my primary.
He's talking about repping multiple opportunities, and Auto Builder gives you that option. If you're working with multiple companies, Auto Builder allows you to pick first option, second option, third option if you're repping multiple companies. If you're only building NXR, you only need NXR Builder. If you're building multiple companies, then Auto Builder will help send out. You can put first option, second option, third option. Let me say this, and I tell everyone that I talk to about this, and I know there are a lot of people that try to actively build multiple network marketing opportunities. I want to tell you what one of my early mentors told me, Scott, it's really hard to push 2 boulders up a mountain at the same time. So if you're building multiple opportunities, Auto Builder's the way you want to go. If you planted your flag here, you're focusing right now on building NXR Builder, NXR Builder's the way to go. But to answer your question, brother, yeah, you can put first option, second option, anything you want to put up in there, that's what Auto Builder is for.
Thank you. Appreciate it for that clarification.
Yeah, great
No,
question.
it's not the lunchtime yet.
And Sheila, just to repeat on the, thanks, appreciate that, Everett. Sheila, the benefit hub, and I'm just sharing this for the benefit of everybody, is a premium service. It has an app. It's, you know, on the desktop, however you want to access it, and it's huge. It's used by a quarter of the Fortune 500 companies. It's used by the 2 largest companies on the planet, and it has a ton of savings. Every opportunity, business overview, webcast that we do, we highlight the fact that, you know, we had a rep save $100 a month on our car insurance. Through that, everybody should run their car insurance through that service and see if they save money on that. And if you save $50 a month, boom, your $22 is gone. I mean, right there, you double that. So everybody can go and do that. How many people actually shop their car insurance to 10, 20 different car insurance companies? Now, we're not talking fringe. She went from, Scott, what was it? I know you remember, you always got the tape recorder brain going. She went from some big provider to farmers. We are farmers.
Liberty Mutual to farmers.
I mean, two huge companies, and she could have just as easily, I'm sure, gone from farmers to Liberty Mutual. You know, just all about when you catch them and where you are in your stage with them. So on those services, please share. Or not. Everybody's gone. Is it lunchtime yet?
No,
Still present.
it's not lunchtime yet, but
It's 11:33. It's still breakfast. You know, in between breakfast and lunch, brunch.
it's the
Yeah, there you go.
it's the beginning of brunch, but brunch goes all afternoon.
True. Very true.
Hey, you can do brunch at 2 in the afternoon. Let me just promote next week's schedule, just so everyone's clear. Tuesday and Thursday, we always roll at 8 p.m. Eastern, that's 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific, and we have a new Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern call, kind of a lunchtime call for most people, and that will be hosted with a new host, Dr. Lorette Willis. That'll be fantastic. We can't wait for that. And that'll be a huge kickoff. First time on Wednesday. That'll give people both during the day instead of having to do something at night, and for people who are outside the USA, it'll give you another chance at a different time block. If that time zone at 8 p.m. Eastern time in the U.S. is making people get up in the middle of the night if you're in Europe or whatever. So hopefully that is helpful for everybody. So that 1 p.m. is going to be evening time in that Euro African time zone. So that's going to be huge, and we're really looking forward to it. Lorette does a fantastic presentation in all kinds of different areas, and this is going to be one more treat for all of us. Different times, different voices.
Let me say really this, because this call on Saturdays is a rep training call. The Tuesday, Thursday night call is a business opportunity call, primarily geared toward prospects. Dr. Lorette's 1 p.m. Wednesday call is going to be a business opportunity call geared toward prospects. But I want every rep that's online with us now and even more to put that on your calendar. If you're going to make a call this week, make the Wednesday at 1 p.m. We want prospects to see lots of people on that call. I'm going to be on that call, John's going, we're going to be in the background. We're not going to be talking. But here's someone that is going to be talking in addition to Dr. Lorette. Art Phelps is going to be on that inaugural Wednesday call, and we want to blow it up. I want our prospects to see you there in the background. I want the participant list to be big. You only get one chance to be on the first ever call, and this is our company's first ever afternoon business opportunity call with Dr. Lorette and with Art. It's going to be amazing, and I want everyone, put it on your calendar, be there Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Question, I'm sorry to interrupt and go out of protocol, but will that be on the emails that you sent out also?
We are confident the company will send an email out about that meeting for sure.
Thank you.
You're muted, Scott. Scott, you're muted.
Oh, thanks, John. It's all right here, the same link, the same call-in, the same Zoom information. You can use that. And I know that Art is putting always a champion to get corporate to send out those emails, and we will be getting those emails. And you've got between now and Wednesday to tell everyone. And I promise you guys this, Dr. Lorette is a champion presenter. It is going to be a great call, and Art always brings the fire. Wednesday at 1 p.m. Don't miss it.
Hey, Scott Hall just, thank you, Scott. Scott Hall just said the physical number is not working. I don't know what's up with that, but thanks for the heads up on that. We need to double check that. So someone can check that if that's a regional thing or if that's an outage. We should definitely know that. Appreciate the heads up.
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out too.
Yeah, because that's a great call, and that number has been. Maybe we wore it out. Maybe we blew out a tire on that thing, or it just needs an oil change or something.
Hey, John, I just sent you a couple of screenshots 4,000 points on Fetch today and a total of 124,044. But that's because the app that, the receipt that I got from yesterday's shopping is still on my desk. I didn't scan it yet. So it's going to go up a little bit.
I was trying to catch you again last night, and I added, I don't know, like 8,000 points, and you were still like 10,000 points ahead of me. So I'm still eating your dust, but I'm having fun doing it.
Absolutely. We can keep this going for years. Why not?
I do like it.
Although Luke yesterday reached a limit that I never heard before. He scanned 35 receipts, and it popped up a limit. Sorry, you reached the max. Come back tomorrow and scan some more.
Wow.
I don't know if he's hanging out at Walmart asking for everybody's receipt or if he just had a lot of piled up.
There's some serious power shopping right there.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for setting the pace on all of that. Fantastic stuff. All right, I think we should adjourn this meeting here, 10:30. I've actually got prospects to call, and I think everybody else on here does. So this has been great. Thank you, Art. Loved your info. Thank you, Pastor Becker. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, everybody who gave us compliments in the box. Thank you, Carolyn. Oh, good. Daniel just said the sizzle call worked for him. Fantastic. So might have been just a regional thing where a phone line was down or something, but glad that is working, especially since I text it out to everybody every day. So that is refreshing. Thank you, Verena. Thank you for your great questions. Sheila and Ursula and everybody else, all the other 20 people that I forgot. Thank you, Dr. Lorette. Thank you, Deborah.
Thanks, John.
You pass receipts. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, you've got 2 weeks. They might let you squeeze in a little bit older than that, but they'll tell you 2 weeks is the cap on Fetch reward submitting receipts. That's what we've been talking about. We've got some more fun treats for you on Tuesday. Can't wait to share some new stuff with you there. That will be a good time. Good. It has been a blast. Art really shared some fantastic info with us today. All right. Thank you all. I'm going to shut this down. We'll see you on Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend. God bless everybody.